Now, I already know y'all are going to say, oh, you're just a Kendrick stan, you're a K-bot, you're a boogie, whatever, whatever. Yeah, I'm all that. But I want to weigh in on this thing. Now, the new narrative is that Kendrick Lamar is a hypocrite. This is stemming from the fact that a lot of people look to him as, being the moral compass of hip hop. And yet he just did 3 songs with Playboi Carti, who has had DV in his past and is currently a deadbeat dad. He has worked with Chris Brown, who we all know has a violent history with women. So a lot of people are taking this time to say, oh, well, Kendrick's a hypocrite. How can he say he's the moral compass when he's working with these sketchy people? I have a different take on that. Kendrick never said he was the moral compass of hip hop. This is a title, or the savior title has basically been projected onto him, mostly by haters. Matter of fact, especially if you listen to an album like Mr. Morale, he makes it clear, look, I am not perfect. I am not a savior. I have flaws and I am still working on myself and evolving. But at the end of the day, the music business is business. And I think that's what people forget. Like, they hold people up on a pedestal and expect them to be perfect. Now, like I said, I am a Kendrick Lamar fan from Good Kid, Mad City, but I don't put him on a pedestal. I think, yes, lyrically, he's leaps and bounds above many other artists. But at the same time, I realize he's not perfect. And I'm not going to judge him as a man because he chooses to do collabs with certain artists. At the end of the day, it's about business. And as an artist, you want to make art. And really, when you look at it, he's making music. He's making a statement. He's not condoning the person's actions by being a part of a song. And I think people are kind of taking that too far. And a lot of people think that we are like being stans, and they don't look at somebody like, okay, look at the Drake stans, Aubrey's Angels. They are really the ones that y'all need to be focusing that heat on for real. I mean, Drake fans are almost as bad as Trump supporters. Like, this man can do no wrong, even when it's in 4K for everybody to see. Filling up on 17-year-old girl on stage in front of an audience. Really weird relationship with Millie Bobby Brown when she was only 14 years old. Many, many more instances I could bring up, but yeah. Y'all have no problem still amening everything he does, but because Kendrick does a song with someone who doesn't have the greatest reputation, then all of a sudden Kendrick's a hypocrite, and Kendrick's this and Kendrick's that. Seriously. Now, as a Kendrick fan, do I think he's a hypocrite? I wouldn't say he's a hypocrite. I would say that he's an artist and he's doing what artists do. He's making music and he's making marketable music because that's the whole point. But I also don't hold him up on a pedestal like he's flawless. He is human. So yes, I would have the same smoke for him that I would have for anybody else if he were to do some of the things that we're talking about, the people he collaborated with. We can't say he's a deadbeat dad. He takes care of his kids. He's there with his kid's mother. Now, some people even talk about, well, he's been with her all this time and they're not married. Kendrick is very private when it comes to his private life. For all we know, they could have gotten married and just didn't make it public because he doesn't put his private life out there in the public. And we most definitely haven't seen him being weird with underage girls. And as far as cheating, he even fessed up to that back if you listen to Mr. Morale. And he and Whitney have worked it out since then. The man is not perfect. He's never professed to be perfect. And we, as boogies, as K-bots, we don't think he's perfect either. So y'all really need to chill.